So, hello everybody. My name is Pete Freeman. I'm secretary for the Westside Community Council. And that's Marco back there playing with all the dials. And we got Kaye, our treasurer, in the back too. Yvonne, are you ready for to do your presentation? Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of hard to do. And I'm going to ask a big favor tonight. If you speak, please use the mic because I'm going to have to do the minutes from the video. And if you don't use the mic, I can't hear what you said. Thank you.
Hola a todos, me llamo Ivonne Quintero Cañachi, soy su intérprete de inglés y español. Cualquier persona que ocupe interpretación, por favor vengan hacia la parte de atrás y les proporcionaré uno de estos equipos y así escucharán el español al mismo tiempo que la presentación está en inglés. Anybody that needs interpretation or just wants to listen in on Spanish, you can come to the back and pick up an audio equipment, and you will be listening to the presentation in Spanish at the same time or simultaneously with the English presentation. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, now we're going to go to our standing reports, and we're going to start off with our patrol watch with Commander Hurd. Commander Hurd's also under the weather, but she toughed it out and she's going to do her presentation through Zoom. If you haven't seen, I printed the crime maps on the back table. You can grab those if you want. And so, Commander Hurd, you're up, and I hope everything's working.
I feel like it's working. Can everyone hear me? Can you hear me?
And can you hold on? We can't hear you. Sorry.
I'm not muted.
No, we can barely hear you. Try again, please.
Can you hear me now?
No, I think it's.
I can hear her perfectly on Zoom.
Yeah, it's not projected.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Hi, Trevor.
Hi, Sarah.
Marco, I think she's coming through my computer. I can hear her up here a little bit.
You are quite low, and I'm deaf in one ear actually, and it's a new thing for me. So
Maybe put the microphone at your computer, Pete.
Yeah, that's probably the next step. You ready?
Okay. Can you hear me in the room now?
Try again.
Can you hear me now?
No, we're getting a bunch of echo when we try that.
Okay, well, I don't have a lot to report. If you want to just tell the room if they have questions about the map, they can ask. Realistically, the narcotics calls are there were 6 overdoses, none were fatal. And then for the crime map, again, it's the new reporting, so the numbers might look a little weird. I'm still getting used to them myself, but from deciphering the calls themselves, everything looks relatively normal for your area. And then the last thing I was just going to ask you to put up that the survey, the QR code. If you have it. Okay, so this, you already received this information if you get emails from the community council, but we did extend the deadline for this survey because we wanted to make sure we reached the Westsiders. It was supposed to end before today, but we've extended it to the 10th to just hopefully, even if we capture 1 or 2 more people from the Westside, your input is very important to us on our evacuation preparedness planning. Obviously there's some concerns on the west side with this type of thing, so I know a lot of you probably have input, so please do use the QR code, take the survey, and we'll use your input to create our evacuation plans. So that's all I have. If you can't hear me very well, I won't say anything else unless someone has questions.
Anybody have any questions? No. Thank you, Commander. I hope you get well soon.
Thank you.
Next, it's me now. So next we're going to have our City of Ventura update. We'll have Liz Campos and Alejandra. Sorry, I know your name and I totally forgot. From the city. So you guys can decide who's going to go first. Okay. I won't argue.
Hi, everybody. How's it going? Alejandra Belalcázar. I'm with the communications department, and I also live in this neighborhood. So thank you for being here. We have our slide. Alrighty, so I'll just emphasize what Commander Hurd just said. We have a big push for the evacuation planning community survey. This survey aims to assess the community's readiness and concerns regarding emergency evacuation. So please take the time to fill it out by October 10th. I do want to share something that happened during the September 25th council meeting. There were anti-Semitic comments were made. This is not in line with our community values, and the mayor's statement is available on the city's website for folks to read. This response reaffirms our city's commitment to condemn any form of hate speech or discrimination. So just wanted to share that as well. We have the pier update here. The Ventura Pier is expected to reopen in March of 2024. The repairs are ongoing, so we're just making sure there's structural integrity and safety for folks to enjoy. The general plan land use designations, I know Liz is also probably going to give an update on this, but on the 9th, on the October 9th City Council meeting, we'll continue to discuss all the other areas. I have a typo on my slide, which also includes the downtown area. And we encourage everybody to continue making way and being part of these conversations. They're really important. So your opinion does matter. So please continue to be engaged. A fun update is the VYBA Basketball Association. We offer affordable basketball league for youth of Ventura. This is a sportsmanship and education opportunity for a lot of youth here in Ventura. All the information is linked on this slide. And if folks have any questions, my business card is back there. Please feel free to email me or call me. We're available. If I can't answer your question, I'll make sure to route it to somebody that can. And if you'd like to stay up to date with any news, you can feel free to sign up for our newsletter. That's the best way to also get plugged into what's going on in your community. All righty, that's all for me. Thank you.
So Alejandra covered a little bit about the agenda for Monday's City Council meeting. Of particular interest to the Westside Community Council is the next step reevaluating language interpretation at meetings. We're not discontinuing the interpretation. It's just going to change a little bit depending on how council votes. We are being told that the Spanish language agenda will be translated in its entirety, not just by titles, in the future. And when that happens, you'll have the agenda earlier in the week. And so the city would like you to call and schedule if you need an interpreter live in the meeting. If there's no one who is going to speak at the meeting, they may not include the interpreter. And another youth program that's going on locally here in the West Side which isn't part of the Parks and Rec program yet. We're gonna try and get them included at some point, is the Ventura Fight and Fitness Program. It's nearly across the street. It's at 407 North Ventura Avenue, Monday through Friday, 4:30 to 6, for kids, male and female, ages 7 to 18. Steve Padilla and Bobby Taylor, who for many years worked the similar program at West Park, are running it. The cost is negligible, or sliding scale or negotiated if someone's willing to wash their windows. The most important thing is, if you need more information, call Steve at 805-209-7459. I'd also like to have Ron Whitehurst come up. Ron is part of the state program attempting to eliminate all chemical pesticides from the state of California. And part of the reason our neighborhood is classified as historically disadvantaged is because of centuries of agricultural uses in the neighborhoods with toxic pesticides. So Ron has a couple things to say.
I was I was on a panel, a work group to come up with a number of different pathways to get off of toxic pesticides here in the state. And so on January 26th of this year, the report came out. It's called the Roadmap to SPM, to Sustainable Pest Management. And so the goals are not very ambitious. They plan to be off of all the highly hazardous pesticides by 2050. That's a generation and a half from today. So we think it can be a lot more ambitious. And so we have put in a proposal to the Sierra Club to have a 2-year campaign to push the agenda, the timeline of the sustainable pest management rollout in the state, as soon as we can get it. And so if anybody's interested in joining the campaign, get in touch. And we've been assured that we got $1 million for like a 2-year campaign. So this would be a combination of the Sierra Club, Citizens for Californians for Pesticide Reform, and the Beyond Pesticides organization, which is a 40-year-old organization that's been developing strategies for reducing pesticide use for a long time. So there's some really interesting things. It's time to push, time to say no more toxins in our environment. A lot of these pesticides are endocrine disruptors, cause birth defects, lower sperm count, and irritate the lungs and cause cancer. So we don't need more of these things in our environment. So, and then a little sideline, the movie Common Ground will be shown next, Sunday, October 8th, this coming Sunday in Santa Barbara. And one of our local activists, Adam Vega, was interviewed for the movie. Don't know if he got in or if he wound up on the cutting room floor, but some local folks that are talking about regenerative agriculture. And so it's very interesting to follow the developments there. And then another film called Rachel's Farm that's put on by the Permaculture Guild up in Santa Barbara. So appreciate your time. And any questions, give me a shout.
Any questions for Ron? Yes.
Okay, not specifically about that, but I am noticing that more and more products are saying regenerative on them. To what extent can I trust that?
That's a really good question. So the State Department of Agriculture has put together a panel of people to figure out what is regenerative agriculture. And so they're working on figuring that out. But those of us working in the field know that means more life. And so if you do practices that introduce more life into the soil, into the ecology, into the air, then, you know, that's regenerative.
Yeah. So
As far as claims go, there's no certification. Well, there's one certification, the CCOF, the California Certified Organic Farmers, is now certifying people who are already have organic certification to certify them as regenerative,
okay.
regenerative organic certified.
So we're
And
just
so that's in process.
so we're in the beginnings of this, and there will probably be people who put that on their label who all they do is add a little extra fertilizers or buy more worms or something, but that it's better than nothing. Is that
It's a good direction.
it's a good
Yeah.
direction?
And so
Good.
we
Okay.
try to be gentle with these people that are trying to figure out the way and moving at least in the right direction. So sometimes they stumble, sometimes they get turned around, but you know, hopefully we're going in the right direction.
More questions for Ron or questions for me? I also would like to encourage everyone here and everyone on Zoom and tell your friends if they're dissatisfied with anything at the city or anything going on in our government, email us. Councilmember Mike Johnson is in this meeting tonight. And if you're in his district or if you have something that's one of his concerns like transportation, you can email Councilmember Johnson or the whole council. Other concerns, don't hesitate to email me and we'll do our best to find solutions with you.
Okay, thank you. Next, we're going to have our treasurer's report. Wait a sec. I guess we have one more thing in between. Two more things.
Couple impromptu things. I don't know why that's not screen sharing. Can you go see if we can get that for the slides? And then while those slides are coming up for a separate subject, I just wanted to bring up, I got this today when I went to go pick up our camera, which we borrow every month from our partners over at CAPS. So they have, yes, they're having an open house tomorrow from 4 to 8 p.m. I know it's short notice, but if anyone's available and wants to go check out what CAPS does, they have a radio station, they have our local TV channel, they do a bunch of production. The community is able to use it just like us, able to use a camera that we otherwise can't afford. It's a very nice resource for the community. So if you guys want to check that out, I'm going to go ahead and pass these flyers out. And I will go ahead and fix that really quick for another announcement. Okay, there we go. Can you just click through it with the So obviously the building that we are standing in today is the Bell Arts Factory. And next slide. And so we just want to make this quick announcement, couple announcements actually, 2 in 1 here. Hit space, nope, hit the button on the, there we go. So the executive director for Bell Arts, I'm sure many of you know, Maribel, just received an award. She's the recipient for the 2023 Latino Leadership Award and Champion of Community Enrichment. So I know it's kind of small to read here. We can probably post this on our website. Some of you might have got an email on this announcement. so we're really excited that she was able to get this award, well deserved. And so this is wonderful news that we just wanted to share with you and congratulate her on this wonderful achievement. Next slide. And so here you can see a picture of her receiving the award. It's the 33rd annual. She's the second from the right there. And she was here. I'm sure we could give her a round of applause, but unfortunately, after a long day, she wanted to get home too, which is very understandable. But next slide. Another thing that we want to bring up is Bell Arts in general, like other nonprofits, is trying to fundraise and keep this center alive. So here you can see their mission statement, the different programs that they have. Next slide. But in the essence of time, I'll get to so an event that they're having this upcoming Saturday. If anyone is interested in joining or attending this event, it's an art auction. There's going to be so your tickets include, there's going to be live music, food, dancing, of course. So $75 per ticket. Basically, most of that goes to support Bell Arts and obviously have a good time that night. There's going to be various artworks, such as the one you see over there that's currently unfinished, but that should be available for auction, I'm hearing, later, as well as various artwork that the various artists are working on here at this center. So exciting stuff. And if you can't make it to the event, that button doesn't go anywhere, but on Bell Arts website, you can donate to Bell Arts directly. So I highly encourage you to do that. Does anyone have any questions on anything that I just went over? No? Okay, great. Hopefully you guys can make that event or tomorrow's event at CAPS.
Okay, we'll go back to the agenda. So now we'll go to our treasurer report. Miss Kaye in the back.
Good evening. Glad to see you guys here. Well, you can see we've made a little bit of a progress on some of our items. Looks like we have a nice total so far. Things that paid out and things that came in. Most of the time I don't get everything in yet because it comes by Facebook. Is that what it is? Facebook? No, PayPal. That's what it is. I don't know. I'm just learning the computers. But looks like we have $1,686.36. And that's nice, very nice. And I believe that's everything that was paid out. There was, yeah, those are pending yet. So far, yeah. Reimbursement, that's, well, let's see. We've made, let's see, the total expenses right up on the top up here. Way up on the second one there. Those are the things that were income. And then the balance is on the other side, total. I made them do this spreadsheet. Then we know what's coming in and what's going out. And what do we have left? But it helps out. But one of these days we'll get it all the way up higher than we've ever had it before. But we do a lot of things here on the avenue. And we'd like to pay out for our people. We do give a lot of donations out as well as we receive. But a lot of times we pay out more than what we're getting. But that's all right. The good Lord helps us. Oh, he didn't do that. So God bless you all for coming. And we could pass the hat if I had one, but I didn't bring one. Can I use yours? We don't need one today. Yeah, we are. We are doing very well. And it looks like a lot of us didn't get to show up tonight. I pray that they're okay and that we'll see them next month.
Thanks. Okay, so now my turn. I have a GPAC report and public work report. So the GPAC has been off the last 2 months. And the GPAC is a General Plan Advisory Committee. And we're working on the general plan. We've been working on it for, going on 2 years. And just finished up the land use segment in July. And now, as Alejandro said, that is going to the city council currently. They will be meeting on the 9th. And the first two areas of discussion will be college and, help me out, Mike, Johnson Drive area, Montalvo area. Thank you. The GPAC, we're going to have our first meeting, our next meeting on October 17th at 6 o'clock at City Hall. And I don't know what we're going to discuss, but there are about 6 other elements of the general plan left. So hopefully we're going to delve into one of those. As far as the west side, I don't know if you've noticed, I've spoken about it before. We have some lights that have been upgraded kind of by Red Barn Market. Well, the city's we're going through the process of getting another section done, which should come down to Ramona. It's in the process, probably be a month or two before Edison gets all their stuff done and we get those. So wish we could do it all at once, but at least we're getting the lights upgraded as we can. And then, as you know, you probably noticed, you may have noticed, all the flags have been taken down. They came down in September, mid-September. We will be having a sorting party, so to speak, and going through and seeing what condition that ones are in, which have to be retired, how many new ones we'll have to buy, maybe probably get them washed and maybe some repaired. We don't have a date, but keep your ears open. We'll let you know when we do that. And lastly, I don't know if you've heard, there's a McDonald's, I brought it up last month. There's a McDonald's proposed for Stanley in the Avenue. I was in contact with the applicant today. They were going to present in September. The city asked them to make a lot of changes. So they asked if they could put it off till November to present to us. And then I contacted them today and now they're asking for December or January. So we'll keep you updated on that one too. Also tried to get a hold of the planner at the city today, but he's out of the office. So see if there was any updates. So that's kind of where we are at the moment with that. And that's all I have. So if anybody has any questions, Jesse, Mike, we got 2.
Yeah, I'm really concerned about that McDonald's going in. And I have seen online that there are some other people who aren't too terribly happy about it. Is there any chance we could get something like a Trader Joe's there instead of a McDonald's, which doesn't do much of anything except make McDonald's richer?
I would personally, not speaking for the WCC, love to see some kind of neighborhood market go in there. As far as I know, I'm not an expert on this, but if it's zoned for that, there's not a whole lot the city can do. I do know that they want a drive-through, and a drive-through is an extra permit. And I think that may be where some of the hangups coming right now with them and redesigning. So, but I can't get any, I've been trying to get information on what's happening. I would suggest to contact your city council members, contact the community development department at the city and just make those suggestions. I heard that some communities in the area might have put a moratorium on fast food places, but I don't know what that would involve.
Yeah, there are some communities that have done that. And it just seems like the West Side doesn't need another cheap food place. We need a place where we can get healthy food and, don't have to drive clear over to the other side of town to get it. Okay, thank you.
I mean, I agree with you, but that's my personal opinion, not the Westside Community Council's opinion. So yeah, I got you. And Liz has a question.
So you mentioned the flag sorting, but I don't know if you said the location or the day.
We don't have either. That's why I didn't say. That's
Okay.
to be determined.
Thank you.
I will let you know because I don't want to do it all by myself. Anybody else? No? Okay. Next on the list. Board of Directors election will be happening next month. on the 1st at our regular meeting on the 1st. We will be taking nominations from the floor. So if you want to nominate somebody, if you want to join us on the board, let us know. You can also nominate people prior to the 1st and not be here, but that person that's nominated has to be at the meeting, either in person or virtually. So you think about that. Think about if you want to do it. Think about if you can know someone that might be interested, and throw that name out there. It's a lot of fun. You saw that tonight. A little chaos, but we get it done. We do the best. What? Got a mic back there. Sorry, Marco's got a comment for us.
I was just gonna say the Fiesta's fun.
Oh,
So make
yeah. You know, get to put together the Fiesta. I was in Europe at this when during the Fiesta, so sorry didn't get to do that. Okay, if you see, I'm just looking at the agenda, old business, and we've got a lot of city phone numbers where you can contact if you've got any of those issues, potholes and streetlights and graffiti, and let them know what we've got. And that on here? Oh, move your mic. Help me out.
Yeah, so if anyone has any comments they want to do, we like to give people an opportunity. We used to do it at the end, but open comment period now at the beginning after our standing report. So if anyone has anything they want to say, take a few minutes up at the mic. You have an opportunity to do so right now.
Hi, we're having a free legal clinic at Kellogg Park this coming Sunday between 10 and 2. Assistance with immigration stuff and cleaning people's criminal histories so they can get housing and jobs. Big tents will be up there. Everything's bilingual, Spanish, English. Hope to see people there. There are flyers over there.
That's what I was going to ask. We have flyers. Anyone else comments on old, new business? Anything you want to talk about? You guys are quiet tonight. Good. Like it. Okay, now we're going to go into our formal presentations, and we've got a presentation from our Women's Economic Ventures, and Vanessa, and I apologize, I don't know your last name. I'll let you introduce yourself and describe what WEV is.
Hi, everybody. My name is Vanessa Valerio. I'm Weave's Client Services Navigator, and I'm here today to talk more about Weave and what is it that we do. Weave is a nonprofit organization. We've been around for 30 years, founded in 1991. And we support small business owners. So anybody that is interested in starting a small business or is interested or really just wants to grow their small business, we have lots of resources to offer, whether that be business classes, consulting, or funding. We also offer webinars and a whole lot of opportunities for you to be connected. So next slide. So Women's Economic Ventures is dedicated to the economic empowerment of women, cultivating the power within each woman to realize her dreams, achieve financial independence, and succeed on her own terms. In an essence, this is our mission, but I do want to point out that even though our mission is to empower women, we also offer services for men. So we do not discriminate, even if it's in our title name. Our organization was founded 30 years ago to support women that were victims of domestic violence. And so as the years passed on, we saw a need to not only support women, but also men. So in a nutshell, here are our programs and services. As you can see, we have the business funding, the business classes, and the business consulting. So really my main objective at Weave is to support anybody that is new to the organization and doesn't really know where to start with our offerings. If you check us out online, you'll see that there is a ton of information. And so it might be very overwhelming to not really understand where you can start. So we do try to provide different resources for anywhere in your business journey. So for example, if you could just go back one. So for example, our business classes would be a great way for you to start, to just kind of check out what we're about. We have I think right now we have up to 6 business classes in English and 3 business classes in Spanish. So as all of the services that we have here today, we also have them available in Spanish, and I'm part of the bilingual staff. So if anybody, has family members or friends that are not comfortable speaking in English, we do have staff that are ready to support in Spanish. Okay, so here's a little bit more about our community impact. So in the last 5 years, Weave has served over 6,100 individuals, assisted over 2,100 businesses, and provided 4.4 million in business loans and grant opportunities. In a recent survey that we did, what we like to do at Weave is we want to try to understand what the effects of our courses, of our different training opportunities have. And so what we do with all of our clients is we do a survey. So 12 months after being surveyed, or 16 months after completing a course, completing business consulting or funding, we do have clients complete a survey for us to identify how are we doing in the community. So we see that 65% have increased their household income. 93% of existing businesses are still in operation, and they've also have created approximately 3 local jobs in the community. So I'm going to dive in a little bit more about our business funding. So I am not a funding expert whatsoever, but we do have our loan team that can assist you with any of your questions if you want to learn more about the funding opportunities that we have. So Weave offers business startup loans up to $25,000, as well as expansion loans for up to $50,000. We started noticing that there was a need for more immediate funding support. So that is why we now started offering the Streamline loan, which you can obtain funding for up to $10,000. So we typically see people that are, maybe struggling a little bit financially with their business. They need a little bit more capital to buy machinery, buy equipment. So this is a great way for you to get funded. And typically our interest rate is 6.5% interest. Again, I'm not a funding expert, but we do have a team that is ready to support you and address any questions that you have. So diving into the business training programs, here are all of our current business training opportunities. So let's say, for example, you are considering starting your small business or you sell something on the side, then I would recommend that you take our Explore course. So as you can see here, Explore is a way to basically explore your business idea and your personal readiness to start a business. The course itself is about a 5-week commitment. It's 2 hours a week, and it's a really great way to just kind of understand what it is to be a business owner. What are the requirements to start? And then next we have Canvas. So Canvas is one of our newest business training programs. It's a little bit more of a commitment than Explore. You learn the small business basics and you create a 1-page business plan. So you can really articulate more about your business and maybe pitch to investors. It's a really great way for you to start. And then perhaps maybe you're like, I have a business, I want to grow my business, I'm ready to take that next step. Then I would recommend SET. So SET is our 14-week flagship course. It's, as you can tell by the name and the amount of weeks that you're involved in this class, it's very comprehensive. So the purpose of this is for you to walk out of the course with a completed business plan, completed financials so that you can obtain funding for your small business and really articulate the benefit of your business to other people like investors and obtain funding. Okay, do you go back one? And then the last two that we have is the Get Your Small Business Online and Know Your Numbers. For these two, these are our specialty business plan courses. We've identified that a lot of people are interested in putting their business online, getting new clients, promoting their small business. And during the pandemic, I really saw a demand for this because a lot of small businesses didn't have a Facebook page, didn't have an Instagram or a website. And so we are collaborating with the Economic Development Collaborative to offer this course. And we're on our third cohort. This course is also free. So it's a really great way for you to learn about creating a website, selling your products online, and to learn about digital marketing. And then lastly, we have Know Your Numbers. So another area that we identified is that small business owners need more support with understanding what their financials mean, what it is a profit and loss statement, and just really know how to articulate this to understand the growth of their business and just share overall and to increase their business confidence. So these are all of our current business training programs in English. We do have these available in Spanish, but our Spanish services we only offer 3 of these currently. Okay, so here's a little bit of a testimony from a recent client that graduated in 2017. So I'll just kind of let you take that in for a second. So her business is Art Mina. She's Mina Wilcox, and she is located in Camarillo. So Mina took our SET entrepreneurial training course. And then after taking our SET program, she worked with an advisor to really, take her business to the next level. And so just a lot of the people that come to Weave, they've been in business for a while, but they don't really consider themselves business owners. And I see that a lot with my clients. So really what they're looking for at Weave is just to learn more about how to improve their small business, grow their sales, and also to grow their business confidence. We also have a big community at Weave. And so that's another plus, whether you just don't know where to start, maybe you're just looking for a support system to start a business or grow your business. We've recently started doing alumni reunions, and those have been really fun. So I am going to talk a little bit more about our business consulting. And so a part of what I do at Weave is I work both in the business training and the consulting in Spanish and in English. So currently right now we have these programs available. So we have Thrive and Avanza. So business consulting is more for people that have been in business already. Maybe they don't want to take a class. They need more one-on-one support. They need that guidance to meet with the mentor and really work on the areas that they are struggling with. And so perhaps this would be a better option for you if you know that you need that individualized support. The business consulting also offers that flexibility where the business advisor meets with you on a regular basis on your terms, whether that be if that works for you more in the morning or in the afternoon. We have 17 business advisors that can support you, and then 6 of those are bilingual. And then one thing that I didn't mention about the consulting is that we also have QuickBooks coaching. So if you want to dive more deeper into the numbers, then we have QuickBooks coaching advisors that can support you one-on-one, whether you're new to QuickBooks coaching or you've tried to learn how to use the system. It can be very complex. So we have 2 QuickBooks Pro advisors that can support you from getting your subscription on QuickBooks Online to, inputting data that you've been behind on for the last 3 years. Those are some of the common things that a QuickBooks advisor can support you with. So I also want to mention about our Spanish language programs. So here's one of our most popular Spanish language programs. It's called Emprendimiento. So Emprendimiento is an 8-week course for our Spanish language community. And so the course itself is in Spanish completely. After 8 weeks, participants get to apply for a $7,500 grant to grow their small business. They do have to apply by completing a business plan. So it is it's a process in order to apply for this funding. But it's been very successful for our Spanish-speaking community. So we are going to be offering this program again in February of 2024. So if you know of anybody that's a small business owner here on the west side of Ventura, please just share my information or just let me know, because we want more people to receive this opportunity, a lot more small businesses to be supported by this. So here's just more of a graphic to understand where we're at. So in the last year, we've served 1,000 clients, 1,000 participants. 77% of clients identify as women. 66% of clients are people of color. And then 65% of clients were low income. 49% were English speakers and 39% were Spanish. 48% were Santa Barbara County and 45% were in Ventura County. So, we're pretty much even across both counties. And then as far as the types of businesses that we serve, we've seen a trend where the main category right now is retail and trade. And then as you can see, we also have a lot of food services, with 2% being agriculture. So we've started to see more small businesses like growers, for example, from Santa Maria, Lompoc, Ojai. So that's been new for us. Next slide. Oh, this is a repeat. Sorry about that. So if you are interested in any of the things that I talked about today, we are enrolling for Explore Entrepreneurship. The course begins on October 10th. And it ends on November 7th. The class is held on Tuesdays from 6:30 to 8:30, and it's a completely online course. It's very low stakes. If anybody here is interested, I have my cards back there. I'm also going to stick around if you guys want to talk to me. But it's a really great opportunity to just understand a little bit more about our courses and meet our instructors that we have and just build community. Lastly, we are also enrolling for our financial empowerment class. You don't have to be a business owner to take this class. It's more for you to understand how to build a budget, understand more how to grow your credit. It's a very low stakes class. I think it's 3 hours, one Saturday a month. And so I also recommend for anybody that is interested in growing their personal finance skills is to take that class as well, and it is free. And then here's some of our free community events. Strong Women, Strong Coffee is held every third Friday. It's our online networking and empowerment group. What we do each month is we interview a business owners in the community to just share how they started their business, any of the challenges that they have gone through with starting a business. And then we give anybody the opportunity to ask questions and then just build relationships. That's held through Zoom. Café con Éxito is our Spanish language networking group. And so this one is held in person on a quarterly basis. So the last one was held in Santa Barbara, and we had about 15 people attend. So it's also a great way to network if you are a Spanish speaker. We identified that Zoom doesn't really work for a Spanish speaking community. And so we've offered this option to really meet them where they're at and build community. And then lastly, we have WeWorks webinars. WeWorks webinars are just webinars that we host for free on different business topics, also professional growth. There's a lot of fun things that are coming up in the next few months. So if any of the information that I shared with you today, if you're interested, the best way is for you to go online. But again, if maybe you're interested in maybe giving back or volunteering, we do have those options available. Next slide. And so that's everything for today. Thank you. Thank you. I just wanted to give Helen just a thank you for inviting me to attend. I was really excited to just kind of reconnect with the Westside. When I started working at Weave, that was 4 years ago, and Jackie kind of took me under her wing, Jackie Pierce. But over the years, we kind of just got disconnected, especially with COVID. And I remember just, I would canvas with Jackie a lot. We would go door to door. Manuel Herrera from the Panaderia Herrera, like Taqueria Tepatitlan. I really wanted to be more connected here. And so if there's another way for me to, provide more information or just share more of what's going on with us at Weave for the business community, I would love to continue this opportunity. So thank you again.
Does anybody have any questions? I'm going to throw you under the bus. We got one over here. Hey, hang on, Jesse's coming.
Hi, you guys are amazing.
Thank you.
I just absolutely love you guys. What's the possibility of there being a shuttle for women that may want to take a class that can't drive? Have you seen that happen in other areas? Has that happened? Because we've got women that would love to go, or men, but transportation is an issue.
Yeah, that's a good point. So many of our courses are offered online, and we also have for our set class, what we do is the first night of class is in person, and the following courses or classes are online. So we do a hybrid combination. So for example, if somebody is not able to attend that first night, we can encourage carpooling. We've done that in the past. So it's really up to you to communicate with your coordinator. We don't want there to be barriers for you to attend any of the classes. So for example, Explore is completely online. So if transportation is an issue, that could be a better way to, kind of start off. But yeah, we haven't considered shuttles yet, but it just depends on the class. If we have enough people, we can try to organize a carpool, but other than that, we haven't really investigated.
Yes, in listening to this, I think you do. Oh. All right. Your work is very inspiring, and it leaves me with a desire to know, where are these businesses? I want to support local business as much as possible. Is there a way to find out, or can you bring us flyers that have a list of the local businesses that might be something we'd be interested in? Is there a directory? How can we find out? There's over 1,000 of them up there. You said, well, where are they and who are they and what do they do?
Yeah, thank you. I'm gonna wait until our interpreter stops translating. Okay. So yeah, I apologize for not bringing up specific examples. So I can say Marta Cantos from Equigreen. She's on Main Street, Ventura. She sells artesanías from Ecuador. Her shop is very beautiful. So that's one. We also have Very Ventura. She's a gift shop. So that's another another client of ours. I can go on and on, but the best way for you to find out who our clients are is on our website. We do have a business directory. We also do a lot of shout outs on social media. So we have our Instagram, our Facebook, LinkedIn. So that's the best way for you to, kind of get to hear more about our client stories and see what are the local businesses that we support or have taken a class. So I also have here a sign up sheet. If you want to sign up for our bulletin, we have our bulletin. We do it twice a month in English and in Spanish. So if you want to learn more, you can sign up and then I can add you to the newsletter. Yes. Yeah, it has anything from up to our business classes, consulting, funding, client stories. We try to post as many client stories as possible. So that's on our newsletter. Also, our social media would be the best way to hear more client stories. Yeah.
I'm not sure how long you've been working with Weave, but a couple of years before the Thomas Fire, all the businesses along Main Street from Midtown all the way to the Avenue had little signs at the threshold of the business with your symbol on it saying that they're participants. Maybe it would be a good thing to do that again and advertise it for people who are visiting downtown too.
Yeah, that's a really great point. I know we recently rebranded. We used to be our colors were pink and brown, and so that scared off a lot of the men. And so that's why we rebranded to a more neutral, to blue. And so that's part of our rebranding campaign that we're going to do. Is we're going to go ahead and share more of our information with the business owners. I think Marta Cantos has a sign on her business. I haven't visited her recently, but I'm pretty sure she has the new sign up. So we are trying to, just be more involved in the community and offer different merch. We've been talking about doing t-shirts, but that hasn't happened yet. So if you see a t-shirt in the future, then you know that it's working. Any other questions? No? Okay. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Vanessa. Okay. That sounds like a great program. Next, we're going to have Kendra Gonzalez, Director of the West Community Development Corp, and I'm losing it, and explain what they do and what she does and what they do for our community.
Hi, everybody. Hi. Some of you guys are familiar faces. My name is Kendra Gonzalez. I'm the Executive Director for the Westside Community Development Corporation. I'm a lifelong member of the Avenue. I grew up here. My father owns Taqueria at the Patitlan, so maybe you know me from there. My apologies. I haven't been to a meeting since I work at the restaurant at night. So it's been a year now since I've taken over for Jackie Pierce. It was my honor. She's still a great resource for us. So, I hope to follow in her footsteps. So I just wanted to explain a little bit of what we do and some events we've got coming up. So I'm ready, Marco. Just to let you know, freshen up us, like a little bit of clarification between the WCDC, my organization, and the WCC, their community council. I'm sure you all are aware of that. And we're a community-based development organization. So we're funded federally from Housing and Urban Development. We apply for a grant every year, and we just, luckily enough, we received it for this year as well. So very thankful for that. But we do work together. We share office with the WCC. So Pete, Marcos, Helen, Yvonne, we're all friends and it's great. So So yeah, so the WCD, can you go back? Sorry. So the Westside Community Development Corporation, we activate investments and partnerships that create vitality and opportunity for residents and businesses of the West Side. So for instance, here we have our new mural that we completed in June 2023. It's on the corner of Sheridan Way and Ramona. It's a youth-led mural. And it was awesome. It was just great. It was my first mural I completed under my directorship, and the kids loved it. They were so happy. And they're very proud of it. So that's great. So some of our goals, we spur economic opportunity in the community, sparking community revitalization, empowering local leaders, and building a connected community. And here's our team. Margarita LaRue, she's our program assistant and bookkeeper. She's fantastic. Harmony Eckberg, she's a local mom. She's our outreach coordinator. You might have gotten newsletters from Harmony. And if you'd like to sign up today, I can get you on the list. It comes out every month. Also, we have Yvonne Quintero. She's our, our interpreter, and she's also our green business coordinator. If you have a business, we can help you get signed up. It's a really easy process. And right now there's a rebate up for $2,000 that you're eligible for. And of course, Helen, the chair for the WCC, she's our WINS director. It's for housing solutions, and she's fantastic as well. And then our board is made up of, it's a diverse board, mostly low mod income. Everybody's on the board, and Robert Enriquez, he's been the chair for quite some time now. Mike Del Dosso, he's a founding member and still on the board. Jennifer Green, she owns a local mortgage company. Diana Enriquez, she's a mother and dedicated volunteer. Carmen De La Roa, she's amazing. She's a great volunteer, grandmother. Matt Williams, he's new to our community, but he's always there. And then Richard Carradine, he was the creator of Taco Avenue Week. So today's agenda, some events we have coming up for October and November. And I want to differentiate between the neighborhood pride cleanup event and Adopt a Block. There's a lot of confusion sometimes between those two events. And then we also have an energy conservation workshop coming up in our office. And then Idea Hub, I'll kind of explain. So I think you guys recognize that guy in the corner with the orange vest. So this event is actually happening this weekend. It's going to be on 71 Bell Way. A local landlord lets us use his property. It's an empty lot, and we set up, the big E.J. Harrison dumpsters. We have metal, yard waste. There's also lumber, and then trash. And then we have Avenue thrift stores there for donations if you have anything to donate. And then you can also dispose of tires. So this is a biannual event. Usually we have it in October and March, just depends on the rain. It's free for Westside residents. And then it's funded by our CDBG grant from the federal government. It's our longest running program. It's a neighborhood revitalization project. This year, we're coinciding with the Love Ventura Day. So we'll also have a rally at Plaza Park, meeting there at 10, or you can meet at the site at 9. It's up to you. And then burritos for everybody after. And last year, we were able to clean up 23 tons of trash off the avenue. So it's really great. We exceeded from the previous year. So this one is biannual. And then here's the flyer. Oh, that's great. The flyer. And I have some more flyers over here on the table if you need one. Okay. And then so Adopt a Block is a little bit different. This one usually happens every second Saturday. And now we're meeting at Avenue Community Church, which is now run by Two Trees. And this one is funded by ERA. They donated, $2,000 this last year, and we've been able to, stretch it. We make it work for a couple of years. And anyway, so we meet from 9 to 11. And we just pick a different block, we congregate, and then we spread out and just for an hour and a half, and then we eat for 30 minutes. And it's a great way to meet your neighbors. But this time around, it's also coinciding with Love Ventura Day. So not to be confused, it's the first Saturday this time, but usually it's every second Saturday. And if you know anybody, maybe, teens or, any grandchildren that are looking for community hours, we can sign off on that as well. And we all recommend everyone brings a water bottle and a hat because you never know the weather. And we will provide pickers, trash bags, and gloves. And then local artists designed our new flyer for us. They're over here at Pacific Wonderland. Andrew Rodriguez, he's also done the mural. I believe it's on Simpson. I don't know if you've seen that one right there. So he just donated his time. So I think it looks really cool. But yeah, next slide, thanks. And then I have a little video about Adopt a Block. And so press play.
All right, Kendra, what are we doing and why are we doing it?
Hi, we're cleaning up the west side to make our community a better place for everybody. One piece of trash on the So I would say that would be the more family friendly event if you're looking to bring children or teens. So another event we have coming up is we partnered with Community Action of Ventura and 3C Ren. It's an energy efficiency workshop. It's kind of a one-stop shop. We wanted to just promote energy conservation. There'll be utility support for people looking with help for that from Community Action. We also have energy savings, weatherization, home upgrades, some information about cooling centers, and then also a little bit information about green jobs. And then there will be a raffle. There's going to be a tool bag from 3C Ren. They're donating that. And then also some Patagonia gear, a backpack and a hat. They'll be raffling, so a little bit of an incentive there. And we'll have coffee and pan dulce. So, and that's coming up at our office. Thanks. And then last but not least, we have the Idea Hub. It's funded by HUD. This is going to be happening Saturday, that's the wrong date on there. November 4th. I had it on the top wrong. Starts at 11. This year, we're going to meet at Kellogg Park. We kind of want to make it a little bit more family friendly. And this is a great place for residents and stakeholders to come out and become community leaders. If you have an idea for the community, you can come out and talk about it. Maybe we can help you implement it. Some things that have been generated are Taco Week, the graffiti task removal crew. We had a teen financial literacy program that we did last year that came from that as well. And so it's just a good place also to meet your neighbors. And we will be surfing coffee and pan dulce. But this is a really great spot. Like, hey, I want to see some trees planted. Like, let's get together, things like that. Since I know you guys all here have a lot of great ideas. And then we did have our flyer created by a local artist from Brian Calvert. So it was really great. And then, yeah. So if you do have any questions, I would like to meet everybody as well, just to get to know my community better. And thank you for your time. And if you have any questions?
One of the ideas about community resiliency is microgrids, where there would be some big area like a factory or something like that, where you could put solar panels on the roof and then supply electricity. And when the local grid goes down to local community center, they could serve as either heating or cooling center in place to charge your phones and such. So are we looking at a microgrid in on the west side here?
I'm not sure, but I just got today got an email today talking about possible free broadband that they're trying to implement in the county and specifically the west side. So I'm going to go to an informational next week. But if you would love to get my email, we can talk more about things like this. And then also if you want to bring it up to the Idea Hub, that'd be a perfect place to come and talk about it.
Yeah, a local group called Clean Coalition is putting together projects, and it'd be good to talk. Yes.
Yeah, I'd love to. Yeah, and I'll give you my card. Thank you. Yeah. Anybody else? Thanks, you guys.
Thank you, thank you, Kendra. And just in the video, if you look around, there's a lot of familiar faces in that video. So I can just, having participated in the Adopt a Block, if you want to donate a couple hours a month to help your community, meet people from your community, it's a great way to do it. So I believe that pretty much wraps it up. Our next meeting will be November 1st at 6:30. And remember, we're going to do nominations, board nominations. So think about it. Love to see you come. Love to, join in with us. Thank you, everybody, for attending. And thank you for putting up with our little disjointed meeting. We usually do a little smoother than this, but we got through it tonight. We already did. Yeah.
I'm so sorry. I missed the section of public comments and new business. I was going to bring something up, not as an interpreter, but there's a couple of us, a constituent that isn't here today, mentioned, we haven't had the ugly holiday sweater parties. And so we really miss them. It was an event that it was Matt Bello actually that mentioned it. And so we thought it was a great idea of having a holiday potluck party here and hopefully inviting our board, both of our boards for WCDC and WCC. And we really think that it would be a great time. So anybody's invited. Please mark your calendars for that meeting in December because I would love to see all of you here. A todos que están considerando venir a la Junta de Diciembre, esperamos tener una fiesta estilo convivencia, en donde cada quien trae un platillo y también quizás escogeremos el suéter más interesante. Y viene siendo un evento que nos indicó nuestro miembro de la comunidad, el señor Bello, que no está aquí. Un evento de esta organización de su Consejo del Lado Oeste Comunitario. Un evento muy, muy querido por esta comunidad y lo tendremos este diciembre. Gracias.
Okay, thank you. And that will be that December meeting. It would be December 6th for the first Wednesday. So sounds like we're going to have a party. Get your sweaters. And we'll adjourn the meeting and thank you very much for coming. If you-